Ralakesh Impatience unique boots will be super expensive because it's one of the core items that you need for Winter Orb. Without this, you cannot really power charge stack because every other unique item in the build has a downside that makes you lose power charges. Today I want to show you a cheaper alternative unique item and the different versions of Winter Orb. What's up guys, Pidget here. Many people would say immediately, then just use the Frenzy Charge version of Ralakesh. Well yes, that's a pretty good option, but the problem will be the same as the power charge variant. There will be a high demand and low supply. The boots I will present to you, maybe you not even heard nor even used it before, but I already used in the past in one of my super tonky low budget build. The unique boots that I'm talking about is a replica in as Epiphany. As every single replica item, this comes from Haste and this is a super common unique item. I think maybe it could be cost like 1 or 2 KS even on the first few days in the league. Thanks to all Haste runners that is running on League Start for easier currency before they even starting mapping. This is providing us decent amount of damage because the build still has a lot of power charge, more precisely 8. Boots will give us 40% increased damage, movement speed and the most important, life regen as well. Why we need life regen, you may ask. This is where another cheap unique items comes in. Shimmeron unique wand, which is also getting buffed in this league. This gives us a lot of extra damage, spell block as well, but it has a downside. You will take damage if you deal critical strike recently based on your how many power charge you have currently. This damage taken number can be lowered down by your maximum lightning resistance, less damage taken from endurance charges, and luckily we have all of them, so we can lower down the damage taken from this unique wand almost to 0. Although, because this is getting buffed, maybe GGG even changing how rare it will be, because this comes from normal Elder currently around like 10% drop rate chance. And that is subject to change as well in my opinion, because when you know GGG is buffing something, they also really liking to change the drop rate as well on it. So this is a little bit riskier unique item that I'm planning to add the build, but we will see how it's turning out. Although I still think a rare one as well could do the same as well. Just the unique items is much more, easier obtainable for many players instead of just, crafting it. As I mentioned, I have two different medium budget or lower budget option for Winter Orb after, of course, League Start. So, guys, this is not a League Starter. This is an endgame version of the build or mid-game-ish or something like that because, that is really subjective what is mid-game for you or for me, right? So, basically, once again, the basic idea is using Replica Epiphany, and also because this is a super common item, you can easily just start corrupting them and get +1 maximum endurance charges, which is helping you, get a lot of extra tonkiness and also lowering down the degen from the Shimmeron unique wand. And also, guys, I included already the changes to the wand in the POB, so if you are doing the normal Shimmeron wand, you will have way less damage because they changing very significantly how this unique wand is working. Although this is not where we're stopping because the unique shield also kinda cheap as well, I think, in my opinion. So Light of Lunaris shield is also pretty damn nice because honestly this is not power charge stacker item, right? So, and also you have to know we almost reaching 75% block chance, so basically this is a 75% crit multiplier shield for us, and also providing us a lot of spell crit and also energy shield as well, which is very welcomed. And the other unique item is the Crown of Inward Eye that is coming from Cirrus. And I know, guys, +1 power charge on this one is, maybe a questionable, but without that you're losing like 6 or 7% damage. So if you just getting this one without the power charge corruption, it would be still pretty damn nice. And also the other item, Dragonflight unique amulet, is picks random skill and gives +3 to that skill gem. That is a lot of damage, as you can see here, and also it gives us a lot of extra goodies like reservation and reduce attributes requirement, because that build is kind of struggling in my opinion to get the high amount of strength that we need for our body armor. And guys, I think if you're watching my content, you will not surprised by this combination. Anathema and Tides of Time combination. And basically, when you see these items, you already know, well, that will be a pretty damn nice build, especially for Uber content as well. Because as you can see here, by the way, guys, the mox hits, I think it's kind of acceptable. Other thing is, I'm planning to use a few unique Javel as well, as you can see here. So like Watcher Eye, and honestly the Watcher Eye will be the Chaos Resistance one why affected by Purity of Elements, because this POB is using Purity of Elements currently, because that is gives us a lot of resistances and elemental elements immunity. It's kind of okay to have like that, because honestly I know the Zealotry would be so much better, right? But honestly I figured it's much easier to sacrifice a little bit damage and just get a decent amount of Chaos Rest from the Watcher Eye, because this build is only using 1, 2, and 3 whole rare item, right? And that's why I think the Tides of Time is very helping here, guys, because it's providing us a lot of resistances, right? Because we have all of the elemental resistance flasks. So the next one is the Rational Doctrine, and honestly that is coming from Uber Cortex, and I'm not saying it's super cheap. So this POB is, I think, guys, like 50 or 60-ish Divine VB in my opinion, but we will see the price tag on the league. So I don't want to over promise of this one, but I think this is a very, very achievable POB if you're comparing to the other corrupted Rumiraca Banquet full-born unique rings with power charges. So I think one of that bad boy will cost like half of this build, if not the entire build. So it will be super expensive. And the next very cheap unique item is the Split Personality. So the reason why we need, because this build is need strength and dexterity, and this is the easiest way to cap it in my opinion. And just putting here on this socket, and basically we have a very nice distance from the starting zone. So that's why I think this is a pretty nice as well. And the next option is the Red Nightmare. So basically this is how we were getting here a little bit black chance, because this is providing us 10% black chance, and honestly that is kind of okay. And also I missed here a fire resistance tattoo, because honestly I did not want it to put too much pressure already on this glove as well, because this needs dexterity on it, and honestly you can get strength on it, but that would be a little bit weird in my opinion. So I was figured out, just leave out. If we can get enough strength, without that it will be fine. So we can get a fire resistance here as well, so we can get a little bit more block chance there, but honestly for now this is fine. And here I'm planning to use a Light of the Meaning Javel with cold damage in the radius, because this is a pretty nice option in my opinion. So you can see here, literally this is the most dense of these three, and basically I'm not saying this will be cheap as well, so it's questionable, right? This is also questionable, but if this will be super expensive, I can just use a rare Javel. And I'm not saying, guys, I will get the same amount of damage, because that's why the Light of the Meaning is that strong, but the thing is I'm very flexible on many side of this build, and maybe it will be much cheaper if we just swapping out a few Javel. And the Militant Fate Timeless unique Javel, and we planning to use here, this will providing us the Inner Conviction, because I mentioned we have 8 power charges of this build, and that's why I'm planning to use it. And honestly this will be almost super cheap, because we not really care about any sort of specific number, any sort of specific seed or whatever. So we just only want the Inner Conviction, and basically that's it. Basically, guys, I think this is the preview of this one, and you can judge by yourself the damage numbers and the maximum hits, and also I will link this POB as well in the Mobilitics guide as well, and you can just check out and the other version as well, because I have a little bit different version of Frenzy Charge Stacker, as you can see here, this has a much higher damage and also much higher energy shield, right, and tons of extra recovery and of course more damage, but this is a little bit more expensive because the way this is works, and also this is an occultist, not even an elementalist anymore. So there is a lot of things that I was working on in the last couple of days. And of course guys, if you really want to see the power charge stacker version of my version, of course you can also check out that one, because you know, I will definitely will aim at, but you know, that will be expensive. So I'm not trying to hide it. I even in the Mobilitics guide I was saying a downside of this build for the Winter Orb. If you want to push, you know, the limits, you will need to pay a premium because of the Ralakesh Impatience boots, for instance. Well guys, I hope you now we see you don't really need Ralakesh Impatient unique boost with the power charge mod. I hope this video is helping you to decide if you want to start with this one or not, because honestly I'm very excited about the buffs that is coming in the following days for the dot skills. I definitely ready for that, so I maybe I will take a look on that one as well. But honestly, Winter Orb is looking very fun, and currently I'm really a big fan of elementalists, so that's why maybe this will be my Kickstarter. I'm saying like 90%, unless for whatever reason GGG drops a nuke and they were saying like 50 or 60% more damage on all that skills, but I not really think that will happening. Till then guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have a question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Peugeot2. Thanks for watching. I was Peugeot. See you next time.